everyone, welcome to my week 27 baby updates. I'm having a little baby boy. His name is Connor Anthony Leone. He's gonna be born mid-November. I'm kind of actually hoping he's early. Not too early, but we're definitely very excited for him to get here. If you're just joining me for the first time, welcome. I'm so excited to have you. I do have to apologize first and foremost. Well, maybe not really, but I've been so tired. That's been a huge thing that I've noticed moving into my third trimester. This is the last week of my second trimester, which is crazy. So this coming weekend I will be 28 weeks, which puts me at the third trimester. So very nerve-wracking, but it explains a little bit more about why I've been feeling so tired, because I've heard and seen from other people that you just gonna get more exhausted. So I think baby's just growing a lot. My body's using a little bit more energy. That's my explanation anyways. But anyways, welcome and thank you for following us on our little baby journey. This is our first little one, so we are very excited. We'll start off with something funny. First of all, I went for a walk the other day. I've been trying to get exercise every day, at least 30 minutes. I'm really not very good at it. I've never been somebody who's been a workout fanatic, so it's definitely more difficult for me to get in exercise, but I do try to at least go on walks. So I went on a walk the other day and I realized how much I have been waddling. I'm starting to waddle. And I'm trying to correct it because I don't want to get in the habit of like just swaying and waddling when I walk, so I try to kind of correct it. But it was definitely funny when I first realized that I was doing it, because it's like, oh my goodness. Every single moment like that is just more signs that my bump has been growing, and it just makes me giggle. I hope that made you giggle too. The waddle life is real. I feel like a penguin. Something else that's been just so exciting, also been a challenge, but more so just been exciting, is he has been moving so much. And it's not so much kicks, which I guess is good because he's really strong already. I can just feel how strong he is. More rolls, and it's wild. Like he'll roll, just went from one side of my stomach to the other. And the other day he actually was doing that while I was trying to go to sleep. The first night I had trouble sleeping because of his movement. Up until now, like of course he's been moving quite a bit, but he hasn't been moving so much to the fact that it's been interrupting like my daily life. More like he's way more noticeable to me, even out and about in the store. I can just feel my tummy rolling, and it's just such a weird feeling. Kind of almost one of those feelings as if like your lips twitching and it won't stop twitching, and it kind of almost gets annoying a little bit. Not that I want to say that my baby's getting annoying, but sometimes he rolls a lot and it's like, okay, calm down, you know? I was laying in bed trying to sleep and I was laying on my right side, okay? So he rolled super fast from my left side to my right side, and it felt like something dropped in my stomach, and it actually kind of scared me. That was the first time he had moved so quickly and so like dramatically. It almost hurt, but it was more of like a shock factor than a hurt. I grabbed my stomach and was like, holy smoke. Very strong turn or roll or whatever he was doing in there. That was definitely a first experience. I mean, he's rolled a lot already, but that one was just like dramatic. Definitely a moment that I won't forget for sure. On the note of the tiredness, by the way, I've been trying to kind of use this as practice and like mentally prepare, because I know I've had so many people tell me like, just get used to it. Like you'll be so tired when the baby is born. Like you'll be like a zombie and all that stuff. And to be honest, comments like that I don't feel like are really very helpful, because that doesn't really help. I guess it does in a way, because it's definitely been helping me mentally prepare. Like, okay, I know that I'm more than likely going to be really tired, but at the same time, I don't know if that's something that you usually say. Maybe don't. I don't know. It just doesn't seem super helpful. I hope I said that in like a nice way, because I don't want to sound like snarky or rude or anything. On another note though, if you do have any tips and tricks to help with tiredness, I would love to know. Today I had like a little bit of coffee. I don't have too much coffee, but I did have a cup of coffee and that was not helping. I ended up chugging a whole bunch of water and having some apples, because I've heard that apples are supposed to be like a natural I don't know. I've heard they're supposed to wake you up in the morning, and I think it actually did help a little bit. And then doing my makeup always helps too. I did have some moms message me some encouraging things, and they said that when their baby was born, they actually were less tired than when they were pregnant, which I suppose makes sense because then at least at that point you can take turns with your partner. If you have someone there to help you, you can have them help you, and maybe you can take a nap for a while and stuff. When you're pregnant and you have this big belly, I'm realizing that the lack of sleep is more just because you are uncomfortable. Like the last night especially, last night was the first night I could not sleep because I genuinely just could not get comfortable. Last night was the most challenging night. I do have a body pillow that I like to use, so that is a huge help. If you are an expecting mama and you haven't invested in a body pillow or a pregnancy pillow, I definitely highly recommend it. I personally haven't purchased a pregnancy pillow. I already had a body pillow that we were using in the guest room, so I just grabbed that and it has helped so much. So I sleep with that in between my legs. I think I've mentioned this in a couple past videos, but it just helps a lot with relieving pressure on the pelvis. On the pelvis, and just kind of helping to like level things out, I guess. And sometimes I'll tuck it under my belly as well and kind of use it to prop it up. But having like a longer pillow definitely helps compared to just like a regular pillow. And I know there's like a wedge that you can get as well. One of my cousins is actually due, I think, just a couple weeks after me. I got distracted with telling you about the pregnancies. I forgot to talk about the wedge pillow. So I wanted to mention that my cousin bought that. So I will be updating you guys on how she likes it. I'll let you know what she thinks. So she's due in December. So we've been talking back and forth. And if you've been following along, you know that my sister is actually due the same month as me. They just pushed her due date back a week. So it was the same due date, November 15th, but now she was pushed back a week. Still super fun that we're in the same month. So it's nice to have somebody like along the same journey as you, but it's also really comforting to follow somebody who's a little bit ahead of you so you can kind of know what to expect, which is why I like making these videos. So hopefully I can be helping somebody who's either on the same journey at the same time or a little bit behind me. So I can offer like a little bit of a support system in a sense, I guess. So if you guys ever have any questions for me, please feel free to drop them below. I always love when you guys comment in general, but questions especially would be super helpful, and I can include those in next week's videos. I mentioned last week as well that I have my maternity shoot coming up. I'm pretty sure I'll be 33 weeks when we do our maternity shoot, and I didn't want to mention the company that I ordered the dress from because I wasn't sure what the quality would be. I got it, and if you follow me on Instagram, which I totally recommend, you would know how it turned out. I was so disappointed. I had such high hopes. I seriously never splurge on dresses like that. I think I spent maybe like $35 or something, which is really not a ton for dresses, but I usually spend $15 to $20-ish for dresses most times. So I was really disappointed when the quality turned out to be so bad. I wish that I could say better things, but it just looked so cheap. It didn't feel very nice. I'm gonna insert a clip of that dress right now. So here's what it looks like the full length. Granted, it kind of looks pretty in like this lighting, but it's not. The fabric just feels so cheap, and even inside it's just kind of that like clingy, itchy material. Just really, this is not what I pictured or imagined. I thought it would be a lot more flowy than this, and it just feels kind of stiff. I'm pretty disappointed. I'm gonna see if I can return it and what that process might be like. And then the other dress that I got that I was planning on wearing for my baby shower was also super disappointed. Granted, I do have to say the fabric on that one was really comfortable, but just the whole look of it wasn't flattering. It didn't even have like a tag or anything, so I couldn't tell which was the front and which was the back, but they looked exactly the same on the front and the back. It was ruched in the back as well as the front then, and just kind of looked weird. Here's the other one. Also not good. It just looks so unflattering in the back, and also the length is so short. It's a little bit see-through. I don't know if you guys can tell, but just not super impressed with these, either one, and it's totally riding up in my armpit too. Not good. I've heard a lot of good things about Pink Blush, which I do actually have a dress coming from Pink Blush thanks to a super sweet friend of mine. She has been such a help and encouragement. Honestly, we've been messaging each other back and forth on Instagram, and that's been fun just to have like another person to talk to. She just had a baby like I think about like a month and a half ago or so, but she had a dress that still had the tags on it that she wanted to send me. It should be here actually in a couple of days, so hopefully I can show you guys that one next week. I picked up a couple shirts for Tony me as well. So I'm excited to share those with you guys and see what you think. So yeah, some good news, some bad news. One thing I do have to say about the company with the not so good dresses, that's Ever Pretty, by the way, is that company. I do have to say that their shipping was fantastic and their customer service has been wonderful. Another note off of last week, I talked about essential oils and one of my friends questioned it a little bit because her doctor said no essential oils at all. My doctor didn't say that and I haven't heard that very much, so that was a surprise to me. But a friend of mine, and I will be asking my doctor about this. I have a doctor's appointment this coming Monday, so next week's video I will have like an official doctor statement to tell you guys. But a friend of mine did reach out and mentioned that peppermint essential oil can reduce your milk supply. She has a friend that her milk completely dried up because she was around mint, like the plant. So that's definitely something to kind of keep in the back of your head. Maybe stay away from peppermint or eucalyptus when you're trying to get your milk supply in, just to be on the safe side. I mean, I guess you could test it if you want to, but I personally wouldn't want my milk supply to dry up. That's so sweet. My husband just texted me, I love you, just out of the blue. So sweet. He is such an angel. Oh my goodness. What was I saying? Oh, I was saying that I wouldn't want to risk it if it was my milk supply personally, so I probably will stay away from peppermint, but like I said, I'll ask my doctor and report back to you guys. One other thing from last week too, I talked about my camping trip and how much fun that was. We did a little vlog on that, so if you guys want to watch last week's one, I'll link it above, but I wanted to tell you the bug bite thing is here. I could not believe it. Oh my gosh. This wasn't supposed to get here until the end of the month, you guys. I am honestly blown away by this. I don't have any more bug bites. I was gonna say unfortunately I don't have any more bug bites, but fortunately I don't have any more bug bites right now. I do kind of want to test this out, but I'm thankful to not have any mosquito bites or anything. But if you haven't heard about this, you can watch my last video because I did talk a little bit more thoroughly about this. I'm super pumped to try this out, not gonna lie. I will have this linked below again. I linked it in my last video. So if you want to try this out with me, absolutely go for it. And I'm still so surprised that it arrived so quick because it wasn't supposed to be here for another like week and a half to 2 weeks. Before we do the bump update, I did want to mention one other thing that I think is super fun. I am very gentle and I try not to do this super often, but I can, if I press on my tummy, feel where he is, which I think is the coolest thing. It seriously made him go from like a blob to an actual human. It's just so much fun. You can just kind of very lightly press on your tummy and feel significantly where it's squishy, and then you get to a spot that's a little bit more firm. I told you guys last week about a story when I was doing that and he kicked my hand right where I felt like that firm spot where I thought his head was and ended up being like a foot or something. But I do love being able to tell where he is. I think that is just the coolest thing. So that's a really fun update. Super, super special. I don't feel like we had too many eventful things happen this week, but we definitely will have a lot more to report next week. We have our doctor's appointment. My sister's having her baby shower this weekend. So there's a lot more things that are happening this week. So stay tuned for next week's video. When we hit 28 weeks, we will hit the 3rd trimester, which is insane. Super excited for that. I also will be posting a bump update, like my official one. I've been taking the same picture in front of the same window with the same lighting and everything since the beginning. So we're gonna be posting another update picture just like that. So I'm super excited to share that with you guys. Let's do the bump updates. So here's the updates. What do you guys think? I think he has grown. Feels like he has. I mean, of course he has, but it just feels a lot bigger this week. Definitely growing more and more every week. Congratulations if you are also expecting a baby. I'm so excited for you. Thank you guys so much for watching and following us on this journey. Like I said earlier, super special to have all of you guys included. Oh, I almost forgot that I received something this week that I wanted to show you guys. At the end of my videos, I like to show the gifts that we have received. So I have one to show you this week. We'll show that in a minute. So thank you again so much for watching. If you would like to follow me on my social medias, I will have those listed right above, plus they will be listed down below as always. If you want to shoot me an email with questions or anything too, I do also have my email posted in the bio below. Don't forget to subscribe too if you would like to join our little family here on YouTube. That would be wonderful. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Mwah. Alright, so we received some more onesies from Miss Janie. She said she was bummed that the ones she sent were 12-month onesies. I think she thought they were a different size. I was ecstatic to receive them, honestly. I think onesies are such a staple, you know? They wear them like so often, so I was super happy to have a 12-month size one, but she sent us two different ones. So we have gray and we have white. Super pumped about both of these. These are 0 to 3 month ones, which will be perfect. I especially really love the gray. If you guys have been following along with me for a while, you know that gray is one of my like staple colors. I'm kind of a little bit boring, but I don't know what it is about gray. It's just so cozy and just so classy looking, and white and black in like a nude brown. I just really love neutral colors, so I'm super excited about these. Thank you so much, Janie. If you're wondering what video you're gonna watch next, I'm gonna have two pop up. One of them's a video from last week. If you would like to watch last week's one and see how camping went while pregnant and everything like that, I will have that listed right up next. I also just posted a camping makeup essentials video of the 4 products that I love to take with me when I go camping. Super simple makeup routine, plus they're just ones that I love overall, so I'll have that video up next too. It's a really good one. You should watch that too.